Well, if you're staying in the Nashville yards downtown, it's hard to get a more local lettuce than we can right here at the Farm to Yards, operated by Greener Roots. These lettuces are amazing, and soon people are going to be eating them. So William, how often are these beautiful lettuces harvested?
Thanks for being here. We harvest every Wednesday here, so it's about a 4-week cycle from the time that we put a transplant in here to the time that we cut it and deliver it to the restaurants here in the Nashville yards.
Well, they're really gorgeous. What kind of varieties are you growing?
We've got about 2,000 heads in here at any given time. We're getting ready to work on an upgrade that will move it to 4,000 heads. So typically we have somewhere between 7 and 9 varieties. These are red leaf and green leaf lettuces that we mix together into a blend that we call the Nashville Yards blend.
I like it, and it's just so local here.
It is.
Now, I understand that this system is different than a lot of the ones I've seen. I'm used to seeing the ones that are out on tables,
right,
and in those kind of rows. So tell me about how this works.
This system is meant to maximize the space that you're using for growing hydroponically. These are vertical panels that use a drip system in order to irrigate the plants. And everything is run and operated by a computer. There's a program set up that Freight Farm established that manages the light, the nutrient dosing of the water, and then how much water each of these plants get. So the thought is we've got plants growing vertically on the sidewall, and they're being irrigated from top to bottom on a cadence that we set on that computer.
This is a shipping container, isn't it?
Right. Yes, I don't know the exact square footage, but it's less than 300 square feet. And we are packed in here, as you can see, but it allows us to move around very well. The system functions where we've got a harvest area up front and a growing area in the back, so that we can move the panels easily from back to front. And then, everything that we do right here, we don't need a cooler. We have a cooler in one of these adjacent shipping containers, but we literally pack it and we walk it right across the lot here into the Grand Hyatt's cooler or the Union Station. It's very efficient.
Well, that is very, very efficient, and it's also super environmental friendly because you're not driving it across town or from another county. Now, along with that efficiency and environmental friendliness, what about your water use, especially during the summer?
Sure. So right now, as you can see back here, our system has a 55-gallon tank. In the winter, we fill that up 2 or 3 times a week. In the summer, we're actually water positive because of the HVAC system. There's a line that comes off the condensate, so we don't have to add water at all from about March to November, given the climate that we're in here in Nashville, Tennessee. It's very efficient, especially when we don't have to fill it up.
Well, this is a great use of our natural humidity.
Yes, no doubt.
I appreciate that a lot. So how is everything working here? Sure.
So we actually germinate our seeds at our vertical farm on the other side of town. We've got a system set up for that. This system has that, but our system's not broke, so we're not going to change it, right? So we germinate over there, and then we bring these germinated seeds over, and so you can see here, this is a peat moss plug with a Ruxi, or this is actually Red Tango. This is what we call a transplant, right? So this is at the stage where it has germinated. We've had it under lights for about 2 weeks. It's gotten now to the point that it can be in a more high density space. So we transplanted these about 4 days ago, and it will stay in here for 4 weeks, and then we will harvest it. So this is, as you can see, the roots are coming out. The roots will go towards the water in the panel as it irrigates, and it's got enough space here and it'll grow towards these LED lights that we have on for about 15 to 16 hours a day.
Now, are you doing any cut and come again, or is this a system where you remove the whole thing and completely start over?
Once we harvest, we do pull it all out. We clean it, sanitize it, and then start over. We've found in our systems across our 3 farms that the ability to clean it out, get the biomass out, sanitize it, and start over helps reduce pathogen and pest pressure.
Now, I know that growing lettuces and all these greens, you really have to get your nutrient mix right. So tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. We've got a formula that's worked well for us for going on 10 years at our other farms, and so we utilized our recipe here. The only difference is they have a dosing system built in to this farm, and so it knows when the EC levels that we have it set and the pH levels that we have it set when we need to dose. So these little dosing pumps in here will dose. We've got nutrient A, B, and C, and then we have a pH down solution. We're using a combination of calcium nitrate, potassium nitrate, magnesium sulfate, iron, and then we've got a base fertilizer that we buy from Hort Americas.
This is really fascinating. I mean, obviously higher tech than I'm going to do in my house, but I am really fascinated now with the future of this. What are some other things that could grow in this kind of system?
Sure. So there's all sorts of content online that show people growing different things in here. Microgreens is another popular one. They're using a lot of these containers for mushrooms because of what you can do with the climate in here in this enclosed space. You can get real specific with it. There's a lot of herbs, and then ornamental flowers has been really popular.
William, I can't count the number of lettuces here. So tell me, what is your yield now and what are you moving towards?
Sure. Right now we've got a little over 2,000 heads of lettuce in here. We're moving towards doubling that with the system upgrade, so close to 4,000 heads. Right now we're getting and delivering somewhere between 35 and 40 pounds of lettuce per week every Wednesday, and that upgrade will take us somewhere closer to 80 pounds of lettuce per week.
That's a lot of yummy salads.
Yes, it is.
Well, gardening has so many different forms. Maybe you like to get dirty. Maybe you like your plants hanging on a wall. But we've learned a lot here at Farm to Yards, and next time you're eating downtown Nashville, you might be eating something from right here. Well, thank you so much for watching, and if you liked this video, you're going to love everything else that we have in our archives and running currently. In fact, you're going to see home tours, you're going to see specialty gardens, you're going to learn tips that will just blow you away as you end up with a better garden because of it. So please, go to our channel, click subscribe, and continue watching. See you next time.